Everybody, my name's Lisa. This is where I sew, and now I do other things as well here. Okay, so this isn't so much sewing vlog, blog, call it what you will, chat to myself. This is a kind of a well-being, crafty, creative, what I've been up to, how I've been amusing myself, or rather distracting myself. And so this is also a well-being check-in. I have been sheltering since March, and so obviously shielding ended the 1st of August. I've yet to understand the difference between the 31st of July and the 1st of August. So since then, I have been taking the odd trip outside, like rather than just my daily little walk around where I meet nobody and I shout at people across the road, and I've met members of my family at a distance, but I haven't been out and about into the wild, as it were. So it's not filled me with confidence, I'll be completely honest, because I haven't felt really particularly safe. There seems to be, in my particular area, I live in northwest London, which has had one of the most appalling outcomes for COVID because of a variety of factors: poverty, overcrowded accommodation, so on and so forth. We've just been hit very, very hard. People working in low-paid jobs where they're upfront with the public, and yeah, disadvantaged. But then I went to the high street and there seemed to be not an awful lot of mask wearing going on, so I've just come back home. So that didn't fill me with glee. It didn't fill me with any confidence. It has made this feel even more of a longer journey than it felt. But listen, nobody knew what was happening back in March. But it's just felt like this is going to be longer than anyone really could have predicted. Anyway, that threw me into a slew of despondency, not helped by 38 degrees. I don't do well in 38 degrees without air conditioning. I really, really don't. So to which end last year we bought an air conditioning unit just for our bedroom. So I spent 2 days, the very peak of it, in my room. That didn't help a lot either, having to be even more isolated than I already felt. But in an effort to offset that, I have been expanding back into the crafts that I've had loads more time to really focus on. So there's a young woman that I found online called Robin Sealark, and she's an artist, but she also does tutorials. And she talks about her creative process and the ups and downs of it, and the flow and the workflow and techniques and things. So I followed one of her tutorials and I did this. I'm really proud. It's in oil, which I haven't used for decades, and it was wonderful. And that sense of achievement, and it's sometimes when you do something different, something completely apart. Hi, it's me. I just wanted to add something in here that I meant to talk about while I was discussing painting. I bought gouaches. Gouache? Yeah. I bought these because they have been something that I've really wanted to get to grips with for the longest time, but never had the opportunity. So it's, again, side benefit of lockdown. So I found these online. These are a cheaper version. I'll put the details up here of the other ones because I can't remember their name because my daughter got a set. So traditionally, I think gouaches come in like acrylics, like tubes, but these are different and special because they look like this, and they're just even like that. Just they're so exciting, like that. You just like finger paste, just want to get stuck in. Anyway, yeah, they're not as easy as anybody would lead you to believe. Before you go out, like I said, before you go out and spend a load of money, leave that there. Maybe do a practice run with something cheap before you lash out a load of money only to regret it or to give up, because these Prepare to forget everything that you ever learned about painting, or anything you know, or any expectations that you have about using colour. All the techniques are very different with these. They're not acrylics, they are not watercolours, and they do not operate in any way, shape or form like them. Yeah, you will get beautiful, vibrant colours out of them, but you have to understand how they function. You have to, like, I have ripped up so much paper. I have gotten very frustrated, I have to say. And again, my bad language came to the fore. Didn't help. But it was satisfying when eventually, when I was starting to really master them, you can see the potential to turn out the most delicious, gorgeous, fresh. I mean, I think they're very graphic. I'm going to start rambling too much now. You can get really graphic effects with them, and I think that's what they were mostly used for. Not entirely sure, but I think they would be mostly for for illustrations, graphic art for advertising, things like that. You know, they really jump off the page. Lovely, lovely pigmentation, but you really do have to master them. And that's the other thing that I've been doing. I haven't finished anything that I'm even vaguely satisfied enough to show to anybody, but I just wanted to tell a bit more me time. So back to her talking about something else over there. Bye. When you do something different, something completely apart from your sewing or whatever your craft is, it feeds back in. So it inspired different things. These bunny rabbits, for instance, is my bunny, Goth Bunny, and sort of that Harajuku kawaii, cute Japanesey looky thingy. That fabric is really expensive to buy because obviously it's coming from Japan, and quite frankly, I wouldn't buy it on eBay because it just looks too dodgy. You don't know what you get. I'll put a link up for this. I didn't need a lot, so I found a place. I think they're in Hong Kong or somewhere, and they do short, like a ½ meter or smaller. That's all I needed, and I think it was £8 or £9, and it's lovely. It's exactly what I wanted. So I've been amusing myself with them, all in an effort. So my asthma is why I've been shielding, and some of my asthma treatment doesn't play nicely with my bipolar condition, which I think I've talked about before. So that's perfect storm. So all of that has been, and I'm sure it has been for everybody else, very trying. And if I was a sweary channel, I would be using some choice language now, but it doesn't help anybody, does it? It really doesn't help anybody. So I just thought I would do that and express some of that. My work is allegedly doing a health and safety assessment before I return. That hasn't happened yet, so I don't know when I'm actually returning to work, which I'm very, very concerned about. Some of it is it's working in a very public space. So you know, that's another obsession that's going around in my head about will I, won't I, what, backwards and forwards with no conclusion. So that's where I am. Today is a good day. Today, in the last couple of days, have been very productive days, following quite a hiatus of just not being able to find a direction or find enough energy or enough focus. And I know what all the factors are, and I have, you know, I have all the tools in my mental health toolbox to work, but sometimes it's a slog. It's hard, and I know it must be hard, just as hard for other people. Please God, we'll have great directions soon, that there may be some light in the horizon. So all we've got left is hope. So that was cheerful. I'm going to do another little video about, so please go and check it out. about a project that I'm very pleased with, that worked out wonderfully. And I tip over and have a look at it, see if it'll inspire you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers. Love having you here. Please, if you've just watched me, please subscribe, please like, and come back and see me again soon. And hopefully we're all feeling more cheerful. Bye for now.